Hello, hello. Let me get into the server before I switch screens. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm in. Perfect. Howdy, howdy. I've been slacking on my map art duties. Ugh. So, I've got an absolute ton of map arts ready to get my graffiti on. I don't know how well YouTube's cooperating with me, but it's working. Boom bada bing. Here are my add-ons. Ender. Look, I'm looking good. Do I play Roblox? No. I was playing Roblox probably before you were born, but many, many years ago. Gotta check the no render. Sign text. Bye bye. Can't be showing that. Oh, my classic signature move. Just hitting like all the portals around spawn. Everybody's got to go through a portal at some time. My meme?
Toads Venta is now following.
Oh, Toxic Penta's back. Thought you didn't like me. Howdy, howdy. Kind of lost track of who who on 2B likes and who dislikes me. So, thank you, thank you. Alright. Yeah, got a couple more video ideas in the works, but seems like shorts is like the way to go. Surprised by the amount of views. I expected it to do good. I didn't expect to do it, you know, for it to go that well. But then that's just, you know, you can like understand the YouTube algorithm and still also not understand the algorithm whatsoever. Like I knew the content would do good. I still don't know why I decided like day 3 it's like we're shoving it in everybody's shorts feed. What happened to the Goodfellas? Oh, you know, disintegrated because Funny doesn't know how to lead a group. And by that, he tried to kick me out, and me and Kill It, and then everybody else went, bro, what the fuck? So basically, the Goodfellas was going to be the Goodfellas minus me, and then everybody went, nah. So the Goodfellas died. What happened to the Mammoth? So far, not much. It's been a little bit more griefing. Turning tracers off. a tiny bit more destruction there. Like, there was like the head was getting caved in like a little bit. And then, I did see like unexploded TNT. So. Rub. Yeah, again, yeah, fucking like my first attempt at slop and straight to 1 million views. So, A1 success. Why did he want to kick you? I still don't understand. The whole thing was, it was vaguely articulated as like differences in leadership kind of thing, but also Funny doesn't know how to like talk to people whatsoever. So basically, instead of like speaking about his issues, he just kind of tried to kick us out and steal all of our shit. So, just stereotypical to be backstabbing. Oh, if he wants to backstab me, he can do that. I was more pissed about just, like, it was a chain reaction, because if he wants to get rid of me, okay, that's his prerogative. God, FPS. But, him trying to get rid of me ended up with other people's bases getting leaked. And then griefed, so like, people unrelated to me got some of their shit stolen by Funny. And then also my like entire trident dupe stash, because YouTube viewers might not know, I was at fucking ground zero of the trident dupe. I was there, man. I think I have like 1 shulker of my own tridents to my name. Like, they are all gone because I trusted the location it was held at. And then I got backstabbed. So, is what it is. It's better losing tridents than, like, actual loot, but... Gonna make a Mammoth Legion. I've, like, other skeleton-like things in mind, but more mammoths? Don't think so.
You don't need an name subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you.
The weird person subscribed on YouTube.
The weird person. It sounded like, again, I already forgot what language I set my text to speech, but it definitely didn't sound like the weird person. He definitely went the beard person. Like, especially numbers, my text-to-speech does not know how to pronounce, like, anything. It's part of me wants to change it, but also it's really funny when it just completely butchers people's names. Elephant skeleton, I mean, it's still an animal, like, skeleton. It's not making a crazy, switch up, but... If anything, I feel like it would be cool to make a build that could be maybe done in a couple stages. Like, I was never gonna... People had, like, some of the weird ideas, like, oh yeah, you should attach flesh to, like, the mammoth skeleton. You can't just, like, wing that. That's something you gotta do, like, when you're thinking of the project. So, maybe in the future, but... It would be kind of a funny build where, like, you build a skeleton, leave it for a couple weeks, then you return back and, like, hatch muscles and stuff. I don't know if you need a butt plug when you don't have muscles. Man just has a pelvis bone. I don't think anatomically. Hey, good old Pure Thomas banner. They are everywhere. Like, there's one of these at the spawn base I found the other day. I know the whole shtick, and Pure Thomas was like passing these out just at a huge scale and getting other people to pass out his banner, but there's so many. Hopefully it worked out. I'm kind of bummed that I didn't make any, like, weird content out of the T-Rex, but hey, that's what happens when you, we built that T-Rex, and I think 2 to 3 days later, not we, but I was, like, learning flashback mod, actually learning how to make good edits. So, you know, bad timing, because I could have made some cool stuff with that T-Rex. Who glazed funny the most? I don't know, probably the guys who tried to do the Goodfellas coup with them, and then I'm pretty sure, like, none of them are even playing 2B2T anymore. Basically, like, they were part of a little, you know, power struggle, except everybody basically chose to hang out with you know, like me, my little splinter group. So there was like 2 people who stuck with funny, and I'm pretty sure they're both, like, if they haven't outright quit 2B2T, they haven't been doing anything for weeks to months, because wow, it's almost like when you abandon your social group via backstabbing on 2B2T, you might lose interest in playing because all your former friends hate you. Are they both still standing though? Oh, completely. The T-Rex is, like, untouched. The Mammoth, a little bit more touched. Still not, like, significantly messed with or anything, but got a little bit of, like, skull cave-in problem, like near the forehead. It's missing some bits now. And there was like sort of along, like, the back side, like where, like, you know, the tail of the Mammoth doesn't, like, stick up, it sort of just curves basically along, like, yeah, the buttocks bone. I don't know actual bone names, but there's just a couple TNT scattered up, unlit. Like, somebody wanted to grief, placed a TNT, and then was like, nah. I mean, it was only like 10 TNTs. They weren't even going to do much damage, but somebody, like, was there and then changed their mind. Tempted to visit them? Feel free. Again, they're somebody crazy. Turn my tracers off. Again, I built them fully in mind that people will find them. People can literally, if they're a bit more of an actual player, you could literally use my streams to help you track down where the builds are. I know how to hide bases. I wasn't hiding that one. So, if you want to visit, feel free. Whoop. I'm gonna... This is... Hi, Miguel. Shader's back on. How's the FPS? I mean, Funny was just mad about, like, everything. That really is a football player. I don't know football players. DJ Hawk. Hold on. I don't know football. Can I even tell? Let's see. Can I tell what team this is from this super pixelated? That Kansas City? Seems vaguely right. Yeah. Eggler MC. Oh, he gets to live for a minute because I gotta find more music. I love the like the little weird vocal fills. They're not even like saying words, but they're just going like yeah. Turn it up. There we go. Good jams. The item frame. Let's see. This isn't the water cube, there's just ice up here. Wait, is the water cube? That's with my render. It looks like I wasn't underwater, but definitely is. Hold on, switch. Still like I have like the no render setting on, so if you have, you know, liquid on your screen, like you should be able to see past it, but it's just like completely gone. You can't even tell you're in a water cube here. Interesting. End portal.
This is for all the DJs that unite.
Let me out.
This is for the DJ world.
Gray world.
This is for all the house kids. The lovely soul children.
And I've been seeing this around, and I'm very concerned about it. A 2B2T VCs. Like, that sounds like such a horrible idea. 2B's already played half on Discord, but joining a Discord specifically just for, like, VCing with random people from 2B? Don't know about that one, Chief. Loading chests? Are they Cody Smiles? Nope. They advertise in Discord. What a surprise. I hit up the Southern Canal at some point too. Put plenty of map arts there, but it's a very well-traveled spot. Map arts do not last long.
Niche is now following.
Howdy, howdy, hold the boy. Thank you for the follow. Free item frame. Another free item frame. Thought so many of your maps are on spawn this week, and there's only gonna be more. Kind of thing where, especially when it comes to, I put a lot of my map arts on like portals, like how I'm doing right now. But double up. So anytime I see like an empty item frame on one of these portals, I'm kind of like, is this my map art? How did you get all the iron for the maps? Because like hours for 9 stacks. Jesus Christ. It sounds like you need a better iron farm design, because that sounds like 9 stacks of ingots or 9 stacks of blocks. That just sounds like kind of a crappy iron farm. 2 iron farms. I, at this point, basically just have one. I had one really shitty one that I relied on for a while, but now I've got one at a nice, like, kind of communal farm. Hey, fuck off, child Cody. And that's like a really nice one where it's kind of like 4 iron farms built into one. Because, like, there's 4... You know, it kind of branches out where there's 4 zombies around and, what, 8 villagers? So there's like 4 different spots that it would spawn iron golems, and then it all just funnels them all, you know, into like the same kill area. Oh, anytime I see a new map art, I gotta be concerned, but... Did you mine the redstone? Some of it. Honestly, the redstone for me is, like, at this point, the most annoying thing to get for the map arts. So, I've baritone mined some of the redstone. I've villager traded for plenty of the redstone. I've also literally gone to spawn where, like, you can sometimes just, like, hovering in the air, there's just random, like, grid kind of shapes of redstone blocks. I've mined those to feed my map collection. Only trying to find a 4-year-old base empty made. Question: you're finding your own base. Do you not, like, have your old map data? Also, as Solid said, that's how long it takes for you to get just iron ingots. You could probably be baritoning it faster. Kind of thing, if you have any kind of infrastructure for larger scale villager trading and such, it's pretty easy to get better sources than baritone mining it. But if you don't have the infrastructure set up, just baritone mine it. Oh no, 57 FPS. Still don't know exactly what it is about spawn that randomly lags me out. And by lag, oh, I'm below 60 FPS. It's the end of the world. Don't have exact chords, just general area. Okay, more understandable. Made it 4 years ago, died and never went back. Okay, that's just rough. Map art check. Is this crude? No. Weird cat girls, but it's not the worst. I've seen much worse. Something to do with a shitload of entities? Maybe. Based on my... It would be something to do with entities. It's probably, like... also involving, like, the dropped items as entities. Yeah, dude, 2B2T, there's like no middle ground. It's either like cute anime girls and puppies or stuff I don't even want to like mention. Like stuff that belongs locked away in some like basement in Germany. Over here. Been updated? Nope. Still the eel of Orichalcos. Somebody stole part of the H too. Honestly, if this is all it takes to like make your name as part of the obsidian, sky stuff, I could be putting my name everywhere. Pinwheel flashbang while hunting. Do I want to ask what pinwheel flashbanging means? It clicked. Fucking pinwheel, duh. 2B2T. Shocker. When I think of a pinwheel, I'm a southern boy. I think of like pinwheel steaks before I think of the crude German iconography. Name is already everywhere. Found your map art on another portal under 1 mil. Yeah, I've been placing these for a while. But it's gotta be everywhere. Everywhere, all at once. What 2B group you on? The splinter cell of the Goodfellas is called Morningstar, but we like don't do anything public facing. You're not gonna find a Discord invite link. You're not gonna find like the icons on my map art here. That's about it for advertising this group. Thought I only do spawn. I've done some nether spawn too, but if it was like, when you say within a mil of nether, you're talking like within 100k nether. I've just been there, done that. If it was like past half a mil, yeah, close to 1 mil, I don't even think that was me. That might have been somebody else putting my map art down, because I don't do that much map art in the nether. I'm the kind of person who, even when I'm like bouncing on a nether highway, I just forget to put my map art down. Honestly, I should try and like think of some PR Thomas level strategy so I don't have to be placing the map arts all myself. Anti-melon man? I don't know if I'm anti-melon man, but I am anti-helping people. If you want to help people at spawn, you do you. Oh, Pyru. Popped in for my render distance for 0.5 seconds. But yeah, I am, and Oddpay. I'm not the kind of person like who hands out like kits to new players or anything. So, and if that's what you like doing, you do you. I'm gonna be the guy who does this. And howdy howdy, Artsy Linden. Also, here's what I was talking about. This is where I've basically farmed a lot of my redstone blocks. Just these random, only a tiny bit. But yeah, these just very randomly constructed lines of redstone and blocks. That's map fuel, baby. But, it depends on how much infrastructure you got. If the alternative is like baritone mining redstone, you might be better off just going to spawn and grabbing the blocks. If you've got villager, a raid farm for emeralds and villager trading to swap the emeralds for redstone, screw the spawn redstone. But that's just 2B nowadays. A lot of vanilla farms, and it depends on how much infrastructure you got set up. And I still gotta get more set up. Had my gold farm just collecting stuff. Yeah, I don't have a barter farm right now. So Got a ton of gold that I have to trade, and currently no way to trade it.
Kegemi is subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you, thank you. Kagami. However the bot pronounced it, it's probably better than my pronunciation for some of these names. Anyways, I think it's about time. Head down south. I've been kind of slacking on ignoring people and like spamming ads in 2B chat. Oh my god. There is so many ads right now. A person. Fakes. Hello, buddy. Get me out. Where am I? Get out of here. Can't even firework. There we go. Another ear. Swap them out. But like Rusher, yeah. I mean, there was a pretty long stretch of time where I was only using Meteor, so especially if you're like newer to 2B, probably don't need Rusher. It can be helpful, but it's not, you know, like the make or break thing you need to succeed. But the difference between no mods and just having Meteor, massive. Ooh, 30 FPS. Vaders, calm down, man. But honestly, one of the biggest things I think when it came to my switch from Meteor to Rusher, I think one of the biggest things I was happy about was seeing name tags on dropped items. My clients have chessboard ESP. I have a storage ESP, so I assume. But maybe not. But also, I use this ESP. Oh, actually, I don't have storage on there. Maybe. I think I turned that off to like not see hoppers. But another star graffiti. I don't think I've... Like, a chest boat can have loot, but I feel like if I'm thinking how you would potentially use a chest boat, you're probably not using it to just stash loot and then, like, just hands off leave it in the world. You use a chest boat because you put loot into it, and then while you're riding in the boat, you disconnect. And then because you're riding the boat as you disconnect with the boat. So, a way of just like logging off more loot from the server. If you can log the loot off, you've got cold storage. Cold storage is like the best way to handle any 2B2T loot, but it's also a huge pain in the ass if you're, you know, any person with actual like wealth on 2B isn't just gonna be like, oh yeah, I need to like, I'm really wealthy, I need to hide it, you know, I need to hide 2 dubs of loot. No, they're gonna be like, I need to find a spot for 1,000 dubs of items. In which case, chest boat helps a bit, but I feel like you're almost never going to be like setting up a mass system of, you know, 20, 30 proxy accounts just to log in. You know, you pass loot to it, it passes loot to you, and then you just log the account off. Reasonable if you just have like one account that you want to save some really, really rare collectibles on, but doing it for dubs upon dubs of loot, no thanks. Also, let me change this. There we go. It's easy to hide 1K dubs of loot. I mean, it's easy to hide anything until it's not. 1,000, yeah, exactly. 1,000 alts. Yeah, totally sane person's, you know, old storage strategy. Like I said, if you just like have a little bit of loot that you really want to be guaranteed safe, talking signed books kind of thing, you know, your most premium treasures, having like one account for cold storage, a pretty good move. The flip side is just if you're not paying for priority queue for this random cold storage account, you gotta wait like what, 18 to 20 hours to get through queue before you access your loot. That would not be fun. I'm already really annoyed when I have to, oh yeah, I got like 4 or 5 shulkers of loot. It's like not even a good find, but it's like, oh, I want to bring it back to a base. And my proxy is offline. Yeah, all these like, okay, no, that's some star stuff, but, and anytime I'm seeing empty item frames on the portals, I'm like, was this me? To be without priority is no fun. I mean, it's basically a necessity to play. I recommend, like, if people want to try 2B2T for the first time, even if 20 bucks isn't nothing to you, it would be kind of annoying to pay 20 bucks, play the server for a couple hours, and then realize you don't like it. You just, like, you did not have fun. So, I still recommend, like, if it's your first time playing 2B, you might just want to stick the queue out. especially because once you're on 2B through the queue, you're in for as long as you don't go AFK. There's anti-AFK modules anyway, but you got 8 hours of playtime before it kicks you. If you've never played 2B before, 8 hours, you can get a lot done.
Spartaushi subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you, Sparta Yoshi, and hello. I really don't know. Good to see you. And hello again, Yubi. Hello, hello, hello. Little common. It kicks you even though you're moving. I mean, again, there's like anti-AFK modules, and at least my trick is having swing and sneak on. So if I have this on, all it's doing, you're technically not even moving around. Just every once in a while you crouch, and every once in a while you pop a swing. But it's not even like a swing. It's like if I was standing in front of like that end crystal and it does one of these AFK swings, it's not gonna blow me up. It's doing some packet crap where, yeah, it's like a swing, but not a swing. So, yeah, you can just prevent yourself from getting kicked, but if you don't have priority queue, it's 8 hours of playtime, and then doesn't matter what you're doing, get kicked. $20 is a few hours of work. Queue is what, 15 to 30 hours? 18 to 20 hours. So, again, it depends on who you are. If you're a working adult, yeah, $20 is absolutely nothing. If you're a younger person where $20 could be spent on like an actual, like a game in your Steam library that you are going to own forever, then it's a bit more reasonable to kind of weigh it out. Thank you, Sparta. Klein, got a whole bunch of, and by the way, it's not cheats, it's modded clients. We don't be cheating here. Everything's allowed. But I'm using mostly just Meteor and Rusher. Everything else is, you know, a little bit of weird, not necessarily required things, like little stuff to make map arts, like more than 1x1s, like if you have a 2x2, 3x3, 4x4 kind of thing. I don't even remember the name of it, but I've got some dumb little quirky mod that helps the lighting work consistently across all the maps, kind of thing. So there's plenty of little weird quality of life things that you don't actually need to play the game. I would not recommend the server to kids. And well, then it's, what's your definition of a kid? If you're 12 years old, you should not be on 2B2T. If you're 16, bro, I was on some cesspools on the internet when I was 16. 2B would not have phased me whatsoever. So, kind of depends, again, on the individual. How horribly internet-brained you are. Yeah, $20 per month is double Spotify Premium. Exactly. Pros and cons. You're not gonna play 2B2T. That music during your daily commute, essential. Yeah, the shit we had at the early horrors of the internet. Exactly. It's like 2B, again, it is not a good place for genuine children, but it's this kind of thing where, like, I kind of, yeah, like, question what part of the internet some of these people were on. It's like, I mean, there's also a reason why you have, like, 13-year-olds joining 2B and then just saying, like, every slur that they can think of. They didn't just, like, pull those random slurs out of thin air. They were already on cesspits, you know, horrible, horrible places of the internet. So, it's gonna kind of happen either way. There's no, you know, not like 2B2T has like a, oh, you need to confirm that you're 18 or older. There's no rules. And by no rules, anybody can play it. You could be a legal adult willing to, you know, the 20 bucks for priority queue is absolutely nothing to you. You could be a 13-year-old Malaysian kid where 20 bucks is like your, you know, your gaming budget for the month. But yeah, to each their own. I feel like if 2B2T is too crude for you, you just kind of really know instantly. Yeah, Roblox is... Exactly! There's so many kids games out there that are already, like, horror-filled cesspits. 2B2T is at least upfront with you that it is a horrible, toxic place. Yeah, like, you don't end up on 2B2T by accident. Which is also kind of why the $20 for priority queue is also nice. Because even as somebody who can totally afford to pay 20 bucks a month, I sometimes get annoyed because, you know, you think, like, damn, I'm paying, what, 240 bucks a month for, not a month, a year to play on a Minecraft server. Kind of a bit absurd. But just the fact that it kind of filters out like literal children who cannot afford it.
Papahov Mutsi used to resubscribe for awesome months.
Thank you, Papahov. What's your opinion on France? I think as an American, I've probably interacted with more like French Canadians than actual French people, but they like to scream. At least the French Canadians really like to scream about Counter-Strike. That's about how much exposure I've gotten. Another subscription amongst the others. Oh yeah, I'm a big Yarhar open seas kind of guy, so it's kind of entertaining when people are like, oh, I have to pay I'm paying for Spotify, Netflix, Disney Plus, ESPN, like... I pay for Spotify, like, I think genuinely per month, for, like, random subscription things. I think I'm paying for Spotify and 2B2T. Oh, never mind. I'm paying for another, like, I think $2 a month monthly service for one of my streaming plugins. Would not recommend. I mean, seems like the French, like, countryside would be like a crazy place to go to, but if you're going to Paris to see the Eiffel Tower, you're gonna get like harassed by street peddlers and like disrespected by the native French people. What is this I did on my screen? Welcome to the internet. The longer you stare at my live stream, the more energy I'm able to siphon from your brain. I think France is only Paris, exactly. I've never been overseas, but if I was gonna be going to France, it would guaranteed not be Paris. People spam shit without ads while avoiding work. Okay, see, you've got it all thought out. But, you know, it's the kind of thing where, yeah, YouTube Premium seems pretty sick if you're, like, a bit more travel heavy, or, you know, you're, like, a fan of, like, literally, like, watching YouTube on a TV. Yeah, seems pretty nice. If you only use YouTube in your browser on, like, one machine... It's called ad blocker. Looks like 2B2T when I imagine it. Well, this is the boring part. I'm just flying above a gigantic obsidian roof. I mean, I can go beneath. Start to see the real mess. Free item frame. Scenarios like, but yeah, like that's the thing with a lot of subscription-based services. You just need to like spend a little bit of time actually considering like alternatives. No idea what this is. Top of my recommended. This is 2B2T. That's the thing. I'm happy to explain what 2B2T is if people aren't aware, you know, they're not aware of what it is. But as somebody who has been streaming for a while on Twitch, where any viewer that comes in is not only fully aware of what 2B2T is, chances are they are an active player on 2B2T. It's still kind of funny when people come in and they're like, "What? I don't know what's happening." Subway Surfer Family Guy slime shorts. Yep. Like I said, every minute you're watching my stream, I can siphon more energy from your brain. This stream is actually my source of eternal youth. It's about 500 blocks, not even. I'm on the Southern Canal. So, if anybody's unaware,
the time is now 4:20.
You know what? Got to, because you subbed. I'll take a nice swig first off for the sub, because thank you again, Mr. Love. Up and down, nerd. Well, I got that too, but pretty close to empty, so I gotta like balance it out a bit more. I've heard of the name, but not really went into it further. So this is 2B2T. This is a server, an anarchy server on Minecraft. There are 0 rules. Anything is allowed. With actually, like, the closest to things that are not allowed would be, like, if you are lagging the server. You are making lag machines to impact other people's gameplay experience. But if you're not lagging the server, anything is allowed. So, all of these modules that I'm using to see nether portals through walls, or all these, like, gray lines, are almost all item frames, which I have invisible, but... you know, anything like that, totally allowed. Chords, please. I mean, not giving you exact chords, but I'm on the Southern Canal now. This place isn't that hidden. But, so not only is it, yeah, no rules, it is, as Holder Boy said, the oldest anarchy server. So not only has there been no rules, this server has been on one world, like one map, continuously deteriorating, expanding, for just shy of, I believe, 15 years we're going on now. You have to say it like that too, yeah. You gotta just embrace the fit every time. Is that pre-recorded? Is which bit pre-recorded? I am not pre-recorded. Mario 64 over there. Or are we still even on Mario? Nope, that looks like... nope, that is, I forgot the name of the racing game. That's pre-recorded. Shocker, I'm not playing 2 games simultaneously. But yeah, so this server has just been getting worse and worse, slowly but surely, for, yeah, basically the entire time that Minecraft has had multiplayer functionality. So, all of a sudden, you'll run into things like this, where it's, you know, somebody already spent some time building this in Obsidian, and then it gets covered in, like, self-promoting banners, and then it gets covered in signs and crap. Just even, like, the most unbreakable things are just gonna get messed with. Also, although I'm looking at the, like, here, let me recam back over here. If you notice, you don't see any text on any of these signs. That's because I'm close enough to spawn that if I was showing the text on those signs, people have world downloaded so much of the spawn of 2B2T. And it's pretty blatant where I am because it's the Southern Canal. But people have tools where they can just plug in. They see, oh yeah, this person was here in a date. They type that whatever text they saw on a sign, and it searches that world download for any signs with that exact text. So, if you're, again, I believe it's using the 200K world download. So basically, if you're like 200,000 blocks in any direction from spawn, if you show an old sign, you know, it's the kind of thing. If somebody placed the sign yesterday, it's not going to be in the world downloads. But if it's a year-old sign, 2 years old, and it got in the world downloads, people will be able to triangulate your exact position basically instantly. That's serious? Oh yeah. As somebody who's done a lot of like spawn-based hunting, whew, it's crazy. How long have I been playing? I've been on 2B playing for over a year now, which puts me firmly in new player territory amongst a lot of people. Restore corpse. I don't have this map, but I have been seeing these guys. Hi. Kill. Well, hi buddy. You can come fly with me, but I'm not getting crystalled today. Any tips for going to the end on 2B2T for the first time? Well, the first thing is like, why? Also, I forgot I have a build back here I need to check on. Why are you going to the end? Because if you're going to the end for like getting an elytra, you don't need to go to the end. Like, you'll find an elytra so much faster if you just talk to new players, or not new players, but talk to other players, find a corpse on a nether highway that already has an elytra, kind of thing. There's a lot of ways to get an elytra without actually like looting it from the end. So the first thing is, yeah, just do you even need to go to the end at all? Why do you keep playing? What is the fun in that server? There's a ton to do, because for reference, this is also a really, really big server. There's currently 650 people online. So at any given time, you can go to spawn and there's going to be people there. You could hunt for bases, because not only, yeah, there's hundreds of people online. Not only have these guys, like, definitely, there's some bases at play. There's also plenty of good stashes hidden very, very far out that it might not even belong to any of these hundreds of currently online players. It could be a stash that was forgotten about for half a decade. 100 players and 500 plus bots. I mean, yes, but also the bots are being run by somebody. There's a ton of maps on this, and it got destroyed. This is another little build I made a while ago. Gator switch. Just wanted to go, never been there. Well, if you do have an elytra, feel free. The end is cool to go around, but if you're doing it without an elytra, or to get an elytra, you're not gonna have a fun time. But speaking of things you can do on 2B, this is one of the examples right here. You could be building map arts. Any map you make, you can spread to the world like mine. I want to do a chicken stash and die because I want TPS. I feel like you're probably going to be hitting entity cramming before you ruin your TPS that much. Howdy doody, Logan and Alex. 2 people in one thing. So I still gotta take this hit. There's too much going on. Sorry, Hoff, I scammed you.
Yo. Yo.
Yo.
Yo. Yo.
Well, now you've been unscammed. I've been paid off by the Bezos Foundation. Anyways, back down the Southern Canal. Need more wings. Oh, this is... Go Sky logo. Oh, good. Go. It's about to do it anyway, but thank you. Mandatory hydration break. And by hydration, it's good old spiked lemonade. That guy again, TNT Tyrant. We're TNT Tyrant. Are you the guy who was asking where I was in my chat? It made me tear up. Can't even tell. Just shouting me out. Oh, so you're a TNT Tyrant. Or actually, it's not TNT Tyrant, it's TN Tyrant. That's me, said book. Oh, so I'm Spartacus. Ugh. Hey. Gonna sign it midair. Hi, thanks for coming. Bye. Easter Tyrant. There we go. Already lost him. Oh, that's good. That's not a good sign. Mr. DN Tyrant. Oh, there he is. Hello, Keskin. Where the fuck? Oh, there he is. You're getting bombed on.
Akut Keskin is now following.
Oh, and there he goes. Uh-oh. We did a little oopsie.
Car is now following.
The clients I'm using are Meteor, which is free, and then Rusher, which is not free. But also, because I'm a little bitch for semantics, technically it's not hacking. Hacking would be, you know, you're in the back end of 2B2T, like spawning in command blocks and changing your game mode to creative. I just got to be a stickler about semantics, because technically I'm also right, but Twitch is pretty crazy when it comes to, I mean, it's obvious. If you're like playing Counter-Strike and you're like wall hacking, you're gonna get banned. You're actually like cheating. You're legitimately hacking and gaining a competitive advantage. But 2B2T? Literally anything is allowed. If you see this, please say Logan and Alex. Well, hello, Logan and Alex. You should peas. I feel like this guy, like guy meant to say something else instead of keys, but Grab your car keys. For him to log back in, I gotta give him some stuff to apologize. Not gonna lie, when I saw you do that, I thought it was totally intentional. You would be right. Got something here. Body and your soul. Ooh. Missed. Obliterated him just for wanting the sign book. Yep. He asked and he more than received. Also apologize in advance because I feel like every time I take a sip from my drink, it's like clinking the ice right into my microphone. I beefed up my some of my mic settings, so it should be drowning out like any background noise. A little bit of a different scenario when I'm like shaking a huge thing of ice right next to the microphone. Sending all the hearts. Thank you. I need a heart transplant. Yeah. Yeah, gonna be the next stream. I gotta add those like Yamez level channel point redemptions to just make the streamer shut up for 10 minutes. Like honestly, I don't know why you would ever add that as a channel point redemption. I feel like I physically cannot shut up, but also like you're a Twitch streamer. That's like literally what you're supposed to be doing. Also, I feel like this music's about to end. 2 minutes. Wait, more music. I need a random number. You guys on my RNG. 1 to 17. I need a number, any number. What do you think about people who grief highways? I think it's kind of entertaining, honestly. Because if you're a true 2B player, you don't need the high... Like, you know how to get around any inconveniences on the highways. So, you know, like the anarchy 2B2T level kind of griefing of the highways, it doesn't actually like do anything to you. But I haven't griefed the highways myself, but I definitely considered it once upon a time. Because there was a point where I was helping set up some like private highways during one of those brief windows of like 2 to 3 weeks while we had some faster elytra movement mods. Then I was like, oh yeah, sign me up, private tunnels and grief in the highways. But they patched it before we even built any considerable amount of tunnels, so I definitely didn't get around to logging up anything. Lognet's on to the next thing now. Well, I'm interested to hear what they're doing. This channel is humble. yeah, whatever you say, Drago. This stream is humble. Also, again, other apology in advance. I physically cannot stop doing Trump impressions. I don't know why, but it happens. Nope, I'm not commissioning shit. Sorry, but I'm gonna be rude. Don't need it. Don't care. Don't need it. Like, my man, I'm already a streamer. If I didn't have, stuff set up, I'd be a bad streamer. You jacked up.
Shit look ridiculous. No respect for the hood. All clean as shit. Looking too skinny,
Yeah.
CJ.
400 away from 3K.
I'm gonna finish
Oh
this,
shit.
then I'm gonna take care of business.
Over on YouTube, yeah, no, like the shorts are doing very, very well. That's the thing. I love streaming. It's literally, the name is Kilgore Live. I'm never gonna be stopping streaming, more than likely, but the amount of just pure exposure that I've gotten from those shorts, you can't compare it to like how much exposure you get through Twitch. No. Up. Thank God you guys don't hear my system tray sounds. Just like the like Windows noises. Short form is meta to become a big streamer. I mean, it's just kind of like any way to get eyeballs. Like, again, people did watch me when I was streaming on Twitch, but it's the difference between.
Muskedo subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you. It's the difference between like.
Lawson Fortnite plus GTA 5 subscribed on YouTube.
God, it is. This guy's going crazy. Streaming in here.
Guerrilla Tak Demon Nasmejano Brez Rogovi subscribed on YouTube.
Won't shut up. But it seems like if you're streaming 2B on Twitch, almost every person that watches over there is like an active 2B2T player, which is cool. Like if you're trying to actually have a fun time playing the server, being a small streamer is actually a pretty interesting way to do it, because it's just like a tool to network and socialize. But it's a whole nother thing to get views from people who aren't just like playing 2B2T every day. Only before the YouTube Shorts. Yeah, now you're in the major minority. At a certain point, it's just kind of like basic, you know. If anybody's going to be following you on Twitch, it's probably because you're actively live right then and there. They are following a live streamer. A bit different when it's on YouTube, because it's 4 a.m. my time and I'm literally unconscious in my bed. You could still be watching the YouTube short. What's up? Howdy. Yep, it's Goku. Hello. Welcome. Oh my god. I'm going through a lot of elytras. Oh, wow, they just leaked my location. Literally has the chords in obsidian. And there's still a Ross banner here. Man's been everywhere. That's the thing about the Ross banners. He's been to a lot of spots, but also at a certain point, people just like aren't taking his map art. Cat. Una. My chestnuts. Southern Canal, big spot to share your map arts. It's smoke too. Okay. Some guy going the other direction. This is a classic. If I want to escape it, anybody tries to kill me, I'm out of here. I'm a pro at flying around people on 2B. But when you're directly on the Southern Canal, it's not like finding you is difficult. The straight line. Oh yeah. For scenes. Oh wait, no, wrong side. Just over here. It's a bunch of like scars in the earth. One of these TNT bombers flying through was me. The guy dying there? Okay. That is a single one of these lines was me. Just realized the book didn't sign. Oh shit. Well, I didn't realize either. I thought I signed it. Back on the Southern Canal in a jiffy, but ow, a base. Such a neat spot. What would you say is the best way to find groups? There's like, it's one thing to just find groups. It's another thing to find groups that you actually mesh with, because at the end of the day, it's a big social game. You know, if you're just trying to find groups, there's advertisements, there's map arts, sign advertisements, the chat spam. People are constantly blabbing their mouths about their groups. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to actually like enjoy their company and be friends with them. So at a certain point, it's kind of almost trial and error. Just came from the Mammoth shore. Oh, welcome. How long did it take? Like, was it 8 to 9 hours? I think I said 8 in the video, but I think it was technically like 8.5 hours. Yeah, with groups, I feel like one of the big things is, especially like the kind of groups on 2B that are just advertising openly, they're also gonna like most likely keep you at arm's length, because that's, you gotta like, in their eyes, you gotta earn their trust kind of thing. So it's also kind of useful if you have it like, again, it's socializing. If you have like 1 or 2 friends on 2B, it instantly makes it a bajillion times easier to find good groups. Because yeah, if you have one friend and you actually know that you get along with them, chances are you're probably going to get along with the people that they get along with. So find good groups by it's either kind of just trial and error, or you socialize. It's also the thing you got to be aware of is a lot of, I shouldn't even say a lot, but a good chunk of some of these groups that are being very, very openly spammed and advertised about will be like really new groups that frankly just aren't going to last. But also, flip side, if you're trying to join a group that's been around for half a decade plus, they're going to be friends with each other, like very well established friends with each other. They're not going to trust you. Yeah, right place at the right time interactions. Yeah, it's not like a nice answer, but that's kind of just how it works. And also, minion banner. That is sick. Dominion on top. Is that really the Dominion banner? Well, I mean, yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing their banner. That's really fucking funny. It's fitting. Oh, and who do you know? You're everywhere, Ross. Freaking everywhere, man. Can't get rid of you.
Owlbear with internet subscribed on YouTube.
Owlbear with internet. Thank you. Don't even think I put that one there. Uh-oh. We got the imposter, Ross. Man, I kind of had that before. I found I found it was somebody saying like they found my map just shy of like 1 million out in the nether. I don't know if that sounds like me. What is this? Oh. An eyeball? But also it's got that on top. Somebody... I don't know. Didn't click until I looked at it from the sky. Then also, why would you then cover it up? Yeah, 2 poor to finish the skim? Yeah, seriously. Unless, like, this is like their contact lens, like, getting put into an eyeball. That makes a little bit more sense, but also, like, it's still bizarre. Oh, tyrant. Give me that book. I gotta write it again. Well, I gotta do it flying again. That's the signature move. Ding. Thank you for stepping. Hey. I gotta personalize it. Sign and close. What the fuck? What? Eh? What? Huh? Ooh, I don't get what? I can't sign it? Anybody have any clues? Cause that's also you gotta you dropped something there, bud. That's been happening. Yeah, I just can't sign it. You can do a bare book. I mean, yeah, but that's kind of lame. Like nothing in it. I mean, yes. Sure. I guess this is all I can give you for now. What an expertly customized thing. Yeah, it's just if you try it, like type anything into a book and try and sign it, it just doesn't work. But empty ones? Sure. Oh, free golden apples? Don't even have to open my e-chest. Really dumb. Yeah, I mean, why would that be like an attempt to prevent some kind of book banning? Because that seems like really heavy-handed. Ding. Yeah, wacky. So chords. I should hit some of the spots, just kind of like off the canal. The other signature move, other side. Or to hit that side, I think. Gotta have maps everywhere. Never-ending maps. I haven't even crafted any new maps in guaranteed weeks, maybe months now. I just made one huge batch of item frames and maps, and I've been using it ever since. And I've got like crazy map farms now. Like I could pump new stuff out. I haven't even had to yet. I just had so much on the back burner. My building right at the moment, nothing. I'm just flying around and placing map arts. Doing a little exploration. That means something to somebody. Little spawn base. With map. It's a wither rose, but with mappos. Hold on, gotta check. What's the map art? Like a former newspaper thing? What's going on here? It wasn't fully mapped and then like burnt? I don't know. Is this normal? I mean, yeah. Pretty normal for me. It's a little ladder to help somebody climb into the portal. Gotta care for the new players. There's so much on the sides. Better to steal your brain energy with. Creeper in a boat. Yeah, this... Again, I'm just right next to the Southern Canal, so... I feel like if you die on the Southern Canal, your corpse probably isn't gonna last long. It's not somebody literally, like, being a vulture and looting your crap. They're gonna be just in the vicinity, you know, loading the chunks so that your items despawn. But 50 feet to the side of the southern canal, your corpse could be here a long time. Oh yeah, eat loot. You make a vid on the Mammoth yet? There's 2 shorts. Go and watch them. Never gonna be a big video about it, but I've made like 2 minutes of content total. It's not exactly long form. Yeah. There's the first video and then an update that I only posted 2 days ago. But I also know it's already been actually, like, that update was it being basically not really messed with. It has, again, it's been like 2 to 3 days since I made that video. Because also, me recording and like the footage is different than when I uploaded it. So between me recording the footage and now, there's already been a lot more damage to that thing. Egg. Free Wither Roses. Signature. Lighthouse. Yeah. If I change all the stuff, it's made out of moss. I mean, you could. That's possible, but that's the thing. I don't want to like diss people, but for every crazy, like interesting idea somebody's had of doing things with the Mammoth, there's a much smaller percentage of people that like actually are going to go mess with it. So it's kind of funny to just see that, like, not only that stereotypical, oh, I already destroyed it.
Andrew Miller subscribed on YouTube.
You know, there's been so many people that are like, I'm gonna build a base in it, and I'd love to see it. Nobody's done it. Yeah, fair, I'm too lazy to do that. Exactly. Again, don't blame you. Shocker, it's easier to have an idea than actually, you know, actually execute it, but much funnier when it's like, I could have like a spreadsheet of all of the weird ideas that people had to do with the Mammoth. Nobody's actually done anything. Gotta get into the server. Good luck. And we're sitting at right now, ballpark 18 to 20 hour queue if you're not paying for priority. But I also think I have to get off of my lazy ass and make a nice like how-to guide of how to set up a proxy for 2BTT, because I've been talking about it for a while and then I just keep forgetting about it or postponing it. Not a big surprise. There's a lot of people wanting to play 2B that are not willing to pay $20. So I need that video. You're first time playing the server? Well then, good luck. But I've got some weird advice, and that is, although, again, there's plenty of modules, shocker, anything's allowed. If you're looking at my screen, there's plenty of stuff to be doing. If you're doing anything beyond, like, render-based kind of modules, you know, yeah, seeing chests and stuff through walls, if it's anything related to your player movement and stuff, honestly, for your first time playing, ignore it. Play as close to vanilla as possible, because if you don't know how to properly configure one of your modules, anything, that's the thing, almost nothing works, period. Like, I'm talking, yeah, under movement, I literally have nothing on. 0 things on. So it's the kind of thing where if you don't know what you're doing, you will either turn on a module that just does not work whatsoever, or you can even turn on a module that works, but if you don't have the perfect configuration for said module, not only is it not gonna work, but it will literally just kick you from the server. And, you know, if, again, it's your first time playing and you've sat through a 20-hour queue, if you get kicked after 30 seconds, you're going to be, like, screaming. So, there's my warning. It's for your first time ever, without priority queue, you might just want to be very, very close to vanilla. It avoids problems. Daisy, give me your answer, do. Well, chord check. Headed back to spawn. Will I get kicked if I die? No, but you will get kicked if you are AFK for long enough. And there is anti-AFK modules. Like right now. I got swing and sneak on for my like anti-AFK settings. But it's the kind of thing where even if you have anti-AFK on, if you are dead, so you know your screen's red, you have the respawn button on your screen, anti-AFK can't do anything. You are dead. So like technically, if you were dead and also AFK, you could get kicked. But there is also it's literally just like auto respawn. Yeah, there's also auto respawn. So if you just turn that on, it's, you know, a little bit of a pro, a little bit of a con. If you die, you're gonna get insta respawned at spawn potentially. So if you don't want that, it might come to a, you know, be a surprise when you come back to your computer and you're just back at spawn. But it'll prevent you from getting kicked. Get a life, bro. I got many lives. I'm the man of 9 lives. This guy's coming in swinging. This one of like the 14-year-old kids who's like, everybody on Doobie Tutti is unemployed. Honestly, as a very happily unemployed person, any person who's like, get a job, loser. What the fuck are you talking about? Anytime you can get away with not having a job, you should. Fuck jobs. Live your life, man. Yeah, it depends on what kind of person you are, but I'm not the kind of person who needs a lot of money to blow on crazy vacations and stuff. I'm more just like, I'm the kind of guy who's finding random cheap-ass concerts to go to on like a Thursday night kind of thing. Just like random weekdays where kind of awkward because like all my buddies who will be employed can like never get, you know, the opportunity to attend these same concerts, but I'm like, sign me up, $20 tickets. Yeah, seriously. Again, anytime you can get away with being unemployed, do it. Corporate America especially sucks. If you're in Europe, you can get employed. You've actually like, y'all got some like labor rights and shit over there. Paid time off. You can get sick and not get fired on the spot. Crazy. And it's my map art. Corpse. Oop. That's definitely looks like a corpse. No players just leaving pork chops around spawn. I kind of wish 2B2T had like player heads or something on death, but hey, it's not vanilla. But also, I'm pretty sure like 2B2T had player heads and they were like, well, did something with dupes. If it wasn't player heads, even just, it might have been mob heads or something that were like some dupe related to them. But it'd be kind of neat when, you know, you see a player corpse, you actually could like get a name to attach to it. As is, you only know whose corpse it is if you're the one who turned them into a corpse. They love Eseth? Normal Seth, so last year. We live in the future. We've got Eseth now. How's the Mammoth? A little bit more briefed already, but still like not severely. There's like basically a little bit of a dent in like the forehead of the skull, but that was basically like it. No large scale destruction yet. I canceled a YouTube event because I managed to break everything in under 10 minutes. Chunk banned us? I mean, if they were chunk banning you, they probably did it on purpose. Very surprising for 2v2t. I think it's just a little like it's locationally it's in a weird spot because as so many people with infinite wisdom pointed out in my comments, being at spawn and a few thousand away from spawn, yeah, it's technically you're not at spawn, but not only is it still so insanely close to spawn that like you could be a naked spawn fresh on the server and probably without getting any gear just walk to the Mammoth. But it's also not too far from like again, it's in the overworld, so people still don't really use the overworld highways, but like it's still close to infrastructure. So it's just a little bit of location, you know, obscurity. But I think one of the biggest things is that that video just hit more of like a non-2B, you know. There's plenty of people who watch content about 2B. There's a much smaller amount of people who are like actively playing 2b2t at any given time with priority queue and like
She's subscribed on YouTube.
everything you need to grief. You know, TNT, withers, skeleton heads, all that shebang.
Mickey Leshon subscribed on YouTube.
This is gonna hit me with like 3. Still don't know exactly how this, like, the YouTube subscription alerts work. Because I think it's hitting me like 3 subscriptions at a time. 1 day and 11 hours. Hold the fuck on. Oh, let me check for you, because I'm running several alts at once, so I can at any given time just go and see how long it takes for those bots to get into the server. Account only got kicked up to 3 hours. Oh, okay. Queue time yesterday, it was in the queue for 19 hours. So, yes, I'd still say 18 to 20 hours is still pretty accurate. You need a server with 2B. That's the thing. What do you mean, though, by a larger server size? Because if you're talking players in the world simultaneously, there's already over 600 people on 2B right now. And by yes, something people, there's a lot of bots. But, the dilemma is, while nobody enjoys sitting in the queue, if the queue is gone, the server doesn't make money. And if the server doesn't make money, it doesn't matter how popular, how many YouTube videos are made, it's gonna shut down. So, even if you're talking, you know, a 2b2t clone, it's either got to be completely donation driven, or you become like 2b2t and you have a queue that you have to pay to bypass. So again, understandable why you would not want a queue, but it's just never gonna happen. And people will still nitpick about that and be like, based on how many people have priority queue, like 2b2t is making so and so thousands of dollars every month. And it's like, okay, yeah, and because I feel like the person who's will be criticizing that doesn't know how much money it will take to not only literally, like, okay, there's the 2b2t website. Okay, you want to run the website, that's one server. 2b2t has a queue, so that's a second server. Again, it's technically a much lighter weight, you know, doesn't need, because it's a basically black screen, you don't need nearly as complex of a server for the queue server. It is still another server. And then there's the, oh, that was an actual hole. But then there's the 2b2t server itself. And yeah, you're the processor that is running 2b2t. I don't even want to speculate on how much money it would like cost to buy, because I don't think anybody's like 100% certain what exactly the server hardware is. But at least when people kind of like speculate what it could be, you're talking a processor that would be, if you're out renting out like this processor to run in a massive data facility, which you're also going to be doing. They're not like running 2b2t out of a garage kind of thing. You're probably talking over like at minimum $10,000 a month. What happened to the Mammoth? So far, not much. I have an update video, like two to 3 days old now. So you can go check that out if you haven't seen it, but still, so far, not that much. There's been a little bit of dents, but Mammoth still stands. Don't they also patch some stuff too that's broken or other bad stuff? There's so much patching related to 2b2t. Like, it's honestly mind-boggling what weird things they've had to, you know, such obscure game mechanics that they've had to completely remove, alter, or whatever, because it will just break the server if they leave it in like a actual vanilla mechanic. So yeah, that's the thing too. Are you paying? It's almost like at a certain point when you're running a server, it's almost like programmers are practically like lawyers. Are you gonna wait for something bad to happen? Like there's an active dupe, the server's getting DDoSed, you know, shit's hitting the fan. And that's when you start, you know, that's when you're like, oh, I need somebody to help me. And that's when you start paying a programmer to help you. Or do you just like have some programmers on retainer? You're just paying them monthly wages so that at any given time, even if it's a smaller bug, you know, it doesn't have to be a huge dupe glitch, but it's just, you know, some smaller weird tweak to the movement. Oh yeah, we got Jake on standby 24/7. Just call up the IT guy kind of crap. You know, definitely costs some money, but again, you're talking 2B2T. There's a lot of money at stake.
Original, nič 2-1 subscribe on YouTube.
Thank you. Oop. Oh, I thought that's... I see the blue color and I just instantly think that it's going to be a Ross banner, but nope. I already got one of these, but... Oh, still got it. Reagan's Rose, CJ Hawk. Gonna be stupid to not be banned? Oh, it depends on how stupid. Exactly, and that's the thing. If you want to have a server like 2B2T, there's 3 forms of monetization. Donations, like just fully, people have to donate at the, you know, because they just like, oh, I love the server. You have a queue, or yeah, you have gambling crates, which, you know, makes sense if you're trying to make some like high pixel rip-off crap to like just like ring. You want just like little kids swiping their mom's credit cards, but Q was on donations before Q. Yeah, but I also, like, how long has the queue existed now? It's probably been like over a decade. So at that point, then it's like, yeah, makes sense that 2B was able to survive off of donations because there was like nobody playing it. It's sort of like the catch-22. If you have nobody playing your server, you probably also don't really have to get money, because if nobody's playing the server, it's going to be so cheap to run the server. So that, you know, you're just like, don't even need it. A decade in like 1 year this week. Huh. Interesting. I'm too much of a new player. Way before my time. Like 5 people trying to make a client to get around the wait time, then have major issues and get banned. Yeah, that's like the 2 things that, again, if you are going to do anything on 2B, there's no rules, but you cannot lag the server and you cannot mess with the queue, because there's literally people like, I don't even know any specifics of how it worked. Can't dox. Okay, well, yeah, that's because it's like doxing, I think, is like literally a crime. So at that point, it's like, wow, there's no rules, but the server has to like literally, it's a server based in America. It's gonna respect U.S. laws. So, oh no, it's not perfectly anarchy. Ooh, like, that means nothing. But yeah, there's been people who basically DDoS the queue server, because if there's 500 people sitting in the queue and you can just like do some crazy nefarious crap and get 400 or 500 of those people kicked from the queue, boom, you've skipped the queue. At the cost of, if you get caught, you are going to yeah, like DDoSing is literally, DDoSing is already a crime, and then at least the 2B side of punishment. Go ahead, flip that. Yeah. If you're found to be you're building lag machines or whatever, you're messing with a server, they'll just remove your priority queue. In which case, oh yeah, you're not getting banned, but also you don't have consistent access to the server anymore. People queue skipped using lag machines, which is also, again, it all kind of ties into each other. If you're lagging the server for any reason, just even for shits and giggles, you're going to be facing repercussions, but you could have been using the lag machine for an actual reason to try and skip the queue, and you're definitely gonna get punished. Smoke bomb. Man's really in here. Hello. Another one bites the dust. Oh my god, I'm never gonna get out. I literally missed it from point blank range. Find it funny if someone cleared all the spawns somehow. As you said, never gonna happen. But on the server end of things, there's a way it could, and that would be if they altered or full-on removed the wither cap. Right now in 2B, there's a limit to how many withers you can have within one chunk. So if you're trying to like destroy spawn, grief a base, whatever, you can spawn. Yeah, exactly. I thought it was 4 even, like, because sometimes it's just like, oh, there's a wither vaguely over there. Yeah, it's also like getting rid of the withers right in front of you that you're trying to spawn. Yeah, there's a 5 wither limit to just how many you can have in a chunk at once. If they removed that, it would make spawn a total nightmare, but also all the blocks would just be gone. Oop. Lost my armor. Wardens did more damage than what Withers did. I can believe that. It's kind of weird with 2B. I mean, like, the TPS around spawn, it's usually not good, but at the same time, if you're playing one of these 2B2T knockoff servers that doesn't have a wither cap, you will be at spawn not only completely surrounded by withers, but also like you're gonna be at like 3-4 TPS, and low TPS is nice if you're trying to dodge skeleton arrows. If you're trying to get a wither off your ass, low TPS is horrible. It could be done in one day. No, it couldn't. Again, if there was the wither cap removed, that could happen, but yeah, no. 2B spawn could not be destroyed in months as is. Like, there's too much shit. The same thing happens if you get new stuff to this from behind the back door in the code. Yeah, that's not happening. The whole thing was that happened. Oh, my wings. That happened way back when, because it was such a small server that it was like yeah, he would actually be listening to players just like, oh yeah, I know how to fix that. Now you're talking a server with thousands of regular players and a lot more money just with dupes. Like, there's so much more money at stake, even if you don't have a full-on backdoor. So it's not gonna happen. Server can't be split to different servers to make language. I mean, that would be like the stupid Hypixel route, but then, you know, that's just not, yeah, not how 2B works. Load of TNT and temp people. Yeah, a load of TNT that nobody's gonna want to waste on just like, oh, where's Oddpay? There he is. Like, nobody, like, people don't even want to blow up my Mammoth because, like, people are stingy with their TNT. So, if it's like lava casts at spawn, again, yes, theoretically, it could be cleared out. It's not gonna be. I'll blow up your Mammoth. Where's it at? You gotta find it, bud. Happily create a new code language just to clear spawn. Well, thankfully, that's a lack of new coding languages is not what's holding the destruction of spawn back. Quadrant hit. That's the thing. I don't need to give a single hint because there's an entire VOD of me building it. Like, you can just look around and with enough context clues and actually using brain power, it's really easy to find where my build is. Spawn Jason. I don't know. And I feel like my brain is just like burnt, has like 10-year-old memes burnt into it. So I still just, anytime I see the name Jason, I still think of Heavy Rain. It's just the dad, Jason! 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 Need more maps. Fit fans are prayed rider with the fit lies. Yeah, except now I can't even criticize him because I'm starting to contribute with the slop, so. Map. And ready to go. Got a schema of the man? That's, well, yeah, because I built it via a schematic. Imagine if they did an actual, assuming you meant to say event there. There is plenty of events. Oh, mastermind account. There's a ton of events on 2B2T. There's just, it's not events ran by the admins. Like, again, it's a very social server. So again, if you're expecting there to be the admins running events and like, yeah, spawning loot items in as rewards, yeah, that's not the kind of events that are going on 2B2T. If you're just looking at random weird community things, there are a ton. One like every 3 months. If you, the whole thing is, there's way more events than that, but it's just, where are you looking? Probably just spawn clear, map clear. I mean, it would go crazy. I don't think it would. And also, off shaders. Bad FPS. It was way before my time, so I'm just like recounting weird old wives' tales, but I'm pretty sure there was a point where Housemaster cleared... Yeah, there you go. Somebody else always knows the lore. 2012, House World edited spawn flat. And... you know... didn't last long. I feel like I'm missing something. Well, more fireworks from here. There wasn't even house. Yeah, maybe not. Oop. Hey, music.
NC Production subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you. Well, that's the thing. People would have so many problems with that you're just better off finding a non-2b2t server to kind of fulfill that niche. Because there's plenty of newer Anarchy servers coming up all the time where, yeah, you want to have like a newer server, Anarchy server experience. Plenty of places to go. Yeah, hundreds of try to restore spawn. Well, like, that's the thing. Clearing spawn is still technically pretty different than restoring spawn. Still, like, never gonna happen. Okay, shader test. Give me 60 FPS. Okay. Yeah, I'm literally right above a water cube. I've got no render on, so if I, you know... this is all just water. Fill spawn with water. Well, then you're not griefing anything. That's not how you clear spawn. That's how you... that's like... oh god, I'm brain farting. That one... the clear liquid that hardened... epoxy. That's basically the equivalent of drowning 2B in water. It's just... putting spawn in like a cube of epoxy. Like, oh my god, 20 FPS! There's a lot of delay on YouTube. Yeah, I feel like I could maybe change that, but I'd have to restart the stream to do that. This is the first time I've scheduled a live stream over on YouTube. And YouTube was like, oh, great, so you're trying to, you know, actually be a reasonable person, schedule your stuff out. We've wiped all of your stream settings. Okay, thanks. Like, I even had to, like, pick the thumbnail out again. Like, it just fully was like, okay, great, we forgot everything about you. Bruh. SMH. Of course, the chests are still shop advertisements. Okay. Gator test gave me FPS. Scam shop too. I don't even... if there is gonna be a scam shop, I like wouldn't even know. Trick is to not buy from shops at all. Hydra Shop is a rebrand from Chest Shop. I don't think I've even heard of Hydra Shop. Again, there's a bajillion shops, and the easiest thing is to just ignore all of them.
Mason Minkler subscribed on YouTube.
Danke, danke. I don't know what my would hella giveaways. True, that's the best thing, honestly, to do. Don't buy, just take their free stuff. But then you have to be like in a shop Discord with. The one and only time I almost bought anything was during the trident dupe when we ran out of shulkers and we're just like we need more shulkers now. And then we spent, and by we, it was gonna be me until somebody else stepped in and even bought it for me. So I didn't even have to shell it out. It was $5 whole. If I don't die, whatever. I'll try. What are you doing on the server? A little bit of everything. $20 Nox credit waiting for a sale. I still have stream check. I still do have it. There we go. My own DM from the Nox shop. And as Dark Kuma said, if you have friends, you can get anything you need. It's a social game, so that's the trade-off. You're either social and you can easily get your hands or like trade for anything, or you're not social and then you're A, probably just not even having a good time, and B, having to buy from shops, which is gross. Turning the music up, but I'm already worried. I feel like it's gonna like switch into another track and blow my eardrums off. Damn, I've been live 2 hours. Feels like longer. Not used to these daytime streams. I stream in like the middle of the night. And I want to say, that $5 of shulker shells. I want to say that was ShopX. Not sponsored. Fuck shops, but I think that was the one time, yeah. Technically, from my my dungeon hunting days, I've probably robbed more like old shop orders than I've ever, actually gotten from shops. So I don't even remember how many shulker shells that $5 bought us, honestly. Want a mixed dub from ShopX? I want to say that can be a good strategy, but technically the only giveaway I've won on 2B2T, the goat man, wasn't even a shop. I'm pretty sure it was, it was it was from the Silly Wings Discord. Luke was doing a giveaway, and I forgot I even entered in one. It wasn't even a dub. I think it was like a shulker of golden apples, but it was like, oh, hey, golden apples are golden apples. Yeah, Chili Wings Legends. But it's really funny because, if anybody's unaware, Silly Wings is, I want to say they might be one of the largest Spanish-speaking groups on 2B2T. And so I'm friends with a handful of them. So like I've actually got some like some permissions with like in like the Silly Wings Discord and everything. I know I'm a Floridian. I've got like horrible high school level Spanish. My level of Spanish isn't for like having a real conversation. It's for like thinking of bad insults to insult some South American as I'm playing Counter-Strike. And I need to say like his head is small. It's very not fluent. So it's funny, the Silly Wings, yeah, they're cool guys, but I'm interacting with half of them like by proxy. Like I talk to some of the Silly Wings people and then they have to go and talk to the other ones. Yeah, actually, fun fact, the Silly Wings also still helped me out during the trident dupe because I don't remember how much $5 bought us, but yeah, we spent $5 whole on shulker shells. Yeah, it's like, there's an active dupe, we need more shulkers now, kind of thing. We used up everything we bought, so then we ended up, me and another buddy ended up going to one of like the Silly Wings bases to farm shulker shells. We have 2 dubs of shulker shells to Silly Wings. I mean, I'm sure they appreciate it, but I'm trying to. Hi. This guy is shooting at me. He's got his bow out. But yeah, they again, once upon a time they did have a pretty nice shulker farm, but even in the time that I was like there, it was kind of deteriorating because a hunter randomly found it at like, oh, ding ding ding, like the worst time, because I was transporting some loot that it was loot that was supposed to get out of the end, and I temporarily stashed it at the Silly Wings base. A hunter found their base like 2 days later. Just total random luck. This guy, like, they basically almost had no loot at that Silly Wings base, so it was more they found the Silly Wings base than stole my loot. Or I don't even think it was technically my loot, but you know, my hands were on it at the time, so took the loot from under my hands. And I want to what was it? I think it was Ladad had been like AFK farming shulker shells to sell them himself, and when this random hunter found the base, yeah, he had like I think a dub or 2 of shulker shells just like completely gone, and Ladad was pissed. Like, with totally reasonably so. What's going on? Yeah, you know, some 2B2T stuff. Killing people, placing some map arts. Got a map. No. I should have a map art that's just like a crude cross sign, so I can kill somebody and just stick up a little, this tiny crappy little memorial where I killed them. What an excellent shelter. Nobody can even access this. Literally in the air. You're either flying here or jumping down. Well, if you want to play, technically, you don't need anything to play 2B2T, but there's a gigantic queue. So, yeah, you can play it totally like on a vanilla, just launching Minecraft from the Minecraft launcher with no mods. You're still gonna, yeah, be able to join 2B. That, though, is different than actually playing 2B, because there's a little bit of, yeah, you won't be seeing all the crap like, you know, seeing chests through walls and crap. But also, as I said, fat queue. Even if you're modded out, you're playing vanilla, it doesn't matter. You're going to be looking at 18 to 20 hours before you get into the server. So it's kind of forces you to pay the $20 for priority queue if you actually want to play. Basically, again, you still can technically play without it. If anything, if you're gonna play without priority queue, the first time you ever play 2B2T is probably like the time to do it. But it's rough. Just for reference, yeah, you have bad internet and you're gonna, if you lose connection as you're sleeping in the queue, haha, joke's on you, get kicked out of the queue. You actually get through the queue and then still have like connection issue, yep, back to the queue. You're through the queue and you're actively playing, but you misconfigure your modules because it's your first time playing and you've turned on some kind of movement module that just doesn't work on 2B2T. Get kicked again, straight back to the queue. So if you're gonna play the first time, priority queue works. But you play for more than a single time and you need priority queue. It's just not gonna be a pleasant experience without it. 12 plugins? Nah, it's 12 proxies. 3 VPNs, 12 proxies. This account's a proxy, so I'm actually not... Some people do actually do that though. They stick their main accounts on a proxy just to like sometimes it's to better AFK farms. It also might just be they want to kind of automatically collect hours. 8 accounts on proxies. I was about there on my peak. Now I'm 3 proxies. 3 proxies in my main, so not too bad. All hat farms. But you've got it figured out. Because I have 3 accounts, and technically only 2 of them are farming. And one of them's not even farming really useful shit anymore. I kind of don't need gunpowder anymore. People cannot hack you. Anytime you join a Minecraft server, the only thing you have to be worried about is you are giving your IP address to the host of the server. So in the case of 2B2T itself, you don't have to be concerned. If you're joining 2B2T practice PvP server, you might want to be a little bit more concerned because they might just be logging the IPs that connect to their server because they have a somewhat nefarious reason. You know, again, they're literally advertising their server as like a 2B2T practice server. They're trying to get 2B players to join their server, and then that's basically handing over your username and IP address. So, will it 2B2T hack me if I join? Again, people are fearful. I think it's funny because I literally have a cybersecurity degree. I am the antithesis of worried about hacking, but it is somewhat reasonable. Oh yeah, Log4j, crazy. The thing, I haven't been playing, while any of those older crazy exploits were active. It's also the kind of thing where you might never know if there's a crazy exploit that's on the server right now.
Popov is now following.
Howdy howdy. Welcome to the stream. Speaking of, I might get into computer science. I'm a very computery individual and not a very Englishy one. But if you like computers, yeah, doing stuff in the STEM field is very fun. I've also been hearing a lot of shit about the actual like computer science job market though. He's a nerd. Yeah, I mean, brother, I'm on 2B2T. Was that not fucking obvious? Yeah, I enjoyed getting my degree. I got it for damn cheap, and everything I learned, I just actually enjoyed learning it. It wasn't solely just like, I need to know this for a job. I need to memorize this so I pass my whatever company's security certification test. Like, I just enjoyed learning it, period. But yeah, I have heard plenty of people shit talking the computer science job market as of late. There's also the kind of thing where even if people are way more computer savvy than, 10, 20 years ago, obviously, there's still always going to be a demand for very technically literate people. So yeah, especially if you're interested in coding, you can buy into those weird worries of like, oh, the AI is going to take over, the singularity is going to be here, and it's going to be writing in its own code for it, kind of crap. Yeah, at the end of the day, you could be a very computer savvy individual. You know about, you could, it's beyond you're just not an old man. You could literally be an Excel whiz. You're an accountant's dream. But there's plenty of jobs that need you to code. And if, you just have a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I'm really good with spreadsheets. Okay, there's still more to be desired beyond that. So, yeah, people are technically literate. There's still always going to be like a need of technical experts. What's up with the football in the corner? Playing the thing. Where's this dude? In an oak boat? In what? Oh. The fuck? That looked a little bit weirdly bot-like. Wait, gotta send a text. Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna wrap up my stream in a little bit. I feel like I need to be doing some longer streams, but also I feel like I've already Pavloved myself into like 2.5 to 3 hours is like the perfect stream time. It allows people to come in and actually realize that you're live, but also it's not long enough that I'm like falling asleep brain dead in front of the stream. But also, I've got build ideas, on the horizon, and I know that as soon as I'm actually making a cool build, it's gonna be like, oh yeah, 8-hour stream, no problem. I just feel like I gotta embrace my building streams. That while I enjoy the occasional hunting stream, oh my god, I don't know how some of these streamers do it. Talking like Paul Steve, oh my god. Like, he's been hunting so consistently for so long now that it hurts my head. Like I could not do it. Again, I like hunting. I don't like hunting that much. Yeah, I'm gonna think, oh god. Water lag. I'm gonna head over momentarily to the T-Rex. I've seen the Mammoth pretty recently. Already been like a week since I've seen the T-Rex, at least. Already 2 of my map parts on that portal. I've been everywhere, man. Double portal, double map art. Sarana. So Sarana? God, man, my brain's already fucking fried. Sayonara. Hope we have a good one. Brains. What's down there? Anime girls. How's the Mammoth? Still looking pretty good. If you've only watched the first short of mine, I have like a 2-ish day old update video, or so. You know, there's some fresh content out there, but still developing day by day.
His realm is now following.
Thank you. By the day, I logged in there at the Mammoth this morning, and there was, you know, a little bit more destruction than the day previous. It's just constantly, slowly snowballing. So, you know, it could have just been one person flies by and it's like, this thing's going down, and, you know, just pulls out the TNT shulkers and goes to town. But also, it can also just be 20 different people walking past and going, you know what, fuck this little bit. Punching out a tiny little area. I've already been here. And I delete my map data too frequently. I very routinely forget where I've placed map arts around spawn. So I feel like my brain is just naturally like starting to repeat the same steps. Like not a conscious decision, but I'm still just like, there's my map art. There's my map art. Like everywhere. Where the hell am I going? Oh, hey, will I do a wawa? Feel that one. It's aftershocking me. Post-hit tsunami. Also, what is this? Ice wall. Stop shooting me. And of course, Ross has been here. Of course. Almost missing it. A little farther till the T-Rex. And this is why the T-Rex would be even more of a pain in the ass to build, or not to build, to grief than the Mammoth. Frizz. Ooh, wither. Actually, no way. I think the wither was already there. I think that's an old wither. Kind of got excited. Oh, and there's the creaking. Still looks pretty untouched. Again, this is much bigger pain in the ass to grief than the Mammoth, for sure. This was just all gonna be my maps, 14 of my own maps. Yeah, again, I expected people to you know, just say whatever. It's 2B, you know. To be on the server too, just also saying whatever the hell you want. Accountability doesn't exist. Well, I think that was a different one. But yeah, shocker. I knew that you know, it wasn't actually when 10 different people are like, oh yeah, I found it and griefed it. Well, either all of you like took a chunk out of it, or 9 of you are lying, or 10. And we're back to the blinker checkpoint. Also, real quick, what map art did I pick up? Oh. Bada boom. Be cool to see that Mammoth build out of bone blocks. Yeah, it's just also totally reasonably possible, but I have not had a skeleton farm in a long time. Oh. Still a load of creaking. Oh, is that a corpse? Somebody like trying to make the jump and missing? Yeah, this is the Mammoth precursor. Well, it's badass. This thing is just... Again, the Mammoth already did not fit in the render distance. This is like, oh, you can see the head. It's practically more of like an elytra course than a build. You can fly through this thing's rib cage. Kill each other, yeah. It's actually just a death match around here. Yeah, not only is the build, I feel like slightly not as impactful because it's like several render distances long. Okay, say you want to grief this. If you cover this thing in TNT, you need to be following, like flying alongside it, loading all the TNT as it detonates. Or if you're lava casting it, you're doing it in like 5 portions. Because yeah, if I want to see the tip of the head, wow, great, that's like all you can see at once. So yeah, liquid flowing would not be very nice here. Yeah, you're talking like 2 lava casts to hit the body, and then there would still be like a huge tail sticking out the end. Again, I don't want to even say almost impossible, because it's so incredibly possible. It's just, it being possible is very different from people being willing to do it, kind of thing. Because yeah, lava casting, totally possible. It'll be hours because you have to do it several times over. TNT, okay, if you want to blow this up with TNT, you're talking several shulkers, and then like I said, you gotta then like do a little fly while like the TNT is detonating like alongside you, or else yeah, the whole thing's not gonna go down. You're just gonna like blow the head off the skeleton. Could be much, much worse. Anyways, let me spam some of my map arts here, because I found like 20 of them down. Somebody collected a bunch of them and then just like threw them away. Like, come on, man. You want to be a weird guy and just collect like a stack of the same map art? Be my guest, I've got plenty. But, like, you really collect them and then throw them away? Yeah, thanks. It worked for those map arts, man.
Grow subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you, thank you. Put it out. Just living in the shadow of the skull. Oh, like a stack of item frames. You know what? Speedrun time. I'm gonna try and close up my stream soon, but I gotta put. I have the map arts. I gotta use them. Like finishing the dinner on your plate. Once the map arts are in my inventory, I gotta place them. I already got that one. And I need to check some of these. That was a crude map art. I would have just shoved my face in it. Okay. You gotta put down like at least 1 map art per firework. It's speedrun time. This guy trying to trap it? What is this? Howdy, howdy. Oh, I'm already double dipping. On a chicken, but for a second I thought he was on a minecart. Turn that back on. That's a classic. Nice sunny day on Minecraft, but there's still mobs everywhere because of the obsidian roof. Okay. And I have invisible item frame, so it makes all my map arts look nice, but sometimes when... Again, I have to find them via those gray tracers, so sometimes I'm just like, wait, what am I actually looking at? Oh, milady. Taking my part, milady. SBA. Fitting. Who else would be building dick butt at spawn? Your stream is like crack cocaine. Yep. For stimulant maxing. Jesus Christ. Now that is certainly a comment. Got 55 maps. I'm full speed running it. Hello, person's house. Good, I need a... I'm back on. Any loot for me? Nothing. Yeah, dude, I'm in the main frame. Frame in the frame. Woo, we got a corpse. Take a look-see. Wooden tool still. Stone shovel, working his way up. Item frames, but no map arts? Real poor person. Whoa. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that Among Us? Not only yes, but it's been visited by fucking Ross. He's been everywhere. I'm breaking in. Organ. Daddy Ross banner? Yes, sir. Mr. Ross has been everywhere. Compared to me, who's been most places. And then Cody, who's a freak with too much time. People are always like, how does Cody find all that time to do all that stuff? I'm pretty sure Cody Smiles is like actually a child. Or by this point, maybe a young adult. But like still, like, yeah, I love how people are like, how does he do all of this? After school? Like, pretty simple answer. We've got like 16-year-old kids who are like Counter-Strike pros with thousands of hours in Counter-Strike, and then people are gonna be like, oh, how does Cody Smile play the server so much? Again, after school. Somewhere, actually, do I have on me? Maybe. I have a Cody Smile book that I found it, but I also didn't know it for a while. That when like the thing about Cody's books where he just numbers every book uniquely. I just thought it was just some random crap, but nope, sure enough, he's like NFT-ifying his books. They're totally unique on the Cody chain. Which my voice sounds like he's 20 to 23. Oh, well, I'll have to pull him up again, because I swear I remember him having like a quite young person voice, but I might have also been like unwittingly watching like a 5-year-old video too. This man's been around for a couple of years now. In the air. Need the map arts everywhere. Doesn't matter if they're inaccessible to new players, they're still going down. Ooh. Cruising straight to the nether. Okay, how many I got? Half a stack? I need more item frames. Six stacks. They are everywhere. But they could be more everywhere. And this is literally like a brig. God, my brain is off. I just turned the word I was gonna say big brother, and I turned it into brig bother. Like some Big Brother kind of 1984 art. It's just, it needs to be everywhere. There's also a good bit of inspiration from the oh God, what's his name? Shepherd Fairy, like that Obey art. Which is also, I'm pretty sure, pretty like dystopian inspired. Kind of the whole shtick of it. Get out of here, Cody. Leave me alone. Tiny Imperials logo. It's holding shift and I still almost fell off. Already been to that portal. How about this one? Yeah, I'm starting to pump out maps lately. buddy of mine built a fucking crazy automated map farm. So before long, I'm gonna have like I mean I already kind of now have more map arts than I know what to do with. But I might have to look into like trying to get other people to spread them for me, because I could have shulkers worth of map arts out there. Just an insane amount. Find a map or actually this. I don't remember exactly what that is. There was like these weird little stone walls around spawn that, yeah, like once had a map art. I've never seen what that map art was. The Band-Aid map? Yeah. That was from Christmas time. I made like a, basically I made a two map art combo of like gift wrap. So when you had like a chest or a shulker down or something, I used shulkers in the end. You could like basically put map arts around it, and then the map art on top would be the gift wrap with like a bow and like a, you know, like a two from Kilgore kind of thing. And yeah, every like little gift shulker had like three just random map arts that I made. But for the collection, I think I made, it was, I don't think I got to 10. I want to say I made 9. Or maybe, but it was the other way around. Maybe it was 11. It was one past 10. But basically there was a whole bunch of potential map arts. And so yeah, each one of these gifts I would put down, I'd put, yeah, 3 random map arts in. And then, oops, my map arts already there. One of the random ones had a, there was a good number of them. There would occasionally be coal, just a single piece of coal in the gift present. And one of them, out of, you know, like 100 something, a single one of them was like the prize coal. And the guy who found it won a month of priority queue. It was a cool little giveaway. Again, if you're going to be doing a giveaway, I'm pretty bored by like the classic Twitch, like everybody do that exclamation point giveaway, I'm gonna, and then it just like rolls a random person. Minimum marbles. Marbles is awesome. Yeah, if you're gonna be doing a giveaway, have some fun with it. Anyways, 9 map arts. I'm almost done for the day. And by that, there's already 2 of my map arts on that portal.
Budski subscribed on YouTube.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, look at this nice. Again, whenever I see this, is this noob trying to take cover, hide, or was this like somebody like, I'm gonna make a portal trap? And it's just like all they had was gravel. More. Almost done. Oh. No floor to this? Okay. Neat. Yeah, like this is some guy like, I need to hide. Over the portal and grapple. Wait, cobble? That could be a poor man's portal trap for sure. Oh. Hold on. This is my... Fuck off, baby Cody. My last map part, I can't be just doubling up. There we go. Much better spot. That... Ah! Was really delayed. Was that... As I pull my sword out. I'll be tuning out for the day. I am... God, I seriously think I've like accidentally trained my brain into like just only hitting 3-hour streams. But thank you for watching. I'm gonna find somebody over on Twitch to raid, but if you're on YouTube, thanks for watching. I've got other content. You can tag into the Twitch raid. You can also just be released into the void as you see fit. If you're over on Twitch, stay tuned while again. Don't know who's streaming. I'll go take a look, but we'll be finding somebody to raid. Hopefully, I've got builds in mind. Don't know if it's gonna be... Oh yeah, next stream is the big build stream, but I do have some big build ideas coming up in the not too distant future. So, stick around. Anyways, see y'all another day. Bye bye!